Hi, it's Steve Bloxham here from Goodwood Sports Cars. I'm out here in the Northumberland countryside. It's gorgeous again today, but that's not what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about this, which is my own car. It's a bit different this time. So this is a Mazda Eunos 1.8 RS-Ltd. Only made 500 of these, so quite a rare thing. I often tell people that this car is the one that's kind of ruined driving normal MX-5s for me. And there's a bit of a story behind it, so I'm going to tell you. It's a bit long-winded, but here we go. So I owned this car, bought this originally in 2010, ran it for a couple of years, sold it, regretted it, bought it back, ran it for a couple of years, sold it. You know what's coming next, regretted it. Didn't buy it back that time. But what happened, I got it into my head that I really fancied a turbocharged Mazda MX-5. I spoke to the kind of go-to guys, a company called MTech, who were really good at this sort of thing. We had a chat about them fitting one of their turbo conversions to my car. It was going to be flipping expensive, no two ways about it, to get what I wanted. So I thought, I'll have a little sleep on that. Meanwhile, I had a look on eBay and this popped up. Would you believe it? It had just been converted by MTech. 4,500 quid. They'd done all the things that I would want to do, and I bought it. And it was at that point that I realised it was the same car that I'd owned twice before, but this time it had the turbo conversion that I wanted, and it's brilliant. It's 227 brake horsepower, which doesn't sound a lot, but the car weighs about 950 kilos, so it goes really well. It's really quick. The thing is with this turbocharged malarkey is, you know, buying a kit or getting someone to do something to it is that's the beginning, really, as I realised, because, you know, I then stood back and threw so much money at this car just to make it drive the way that it was supposed to. For example, you know, a better cooling system, alloy radiator, that sort of thing. What else did I do? Almost straight away, I fitted a BOFI Stage 2 clutch because the clutch started slipping. What was next on the list? First track day, I realised that it goes like the clappers, doesn't really stop very well. So we have Willwood brakes on the front, big ones, and it stops now. In fact, stops really, really well. The list goes on and on. I'm not going to bore you with the spec of this car because I'll put it down in a link or something underneath the video. I've spent a lot on it, and it's kind of no expense spared, really. It's got everything that you would want a turbocharged car to have. This has got it, and it drives all the better for it. In fact, I've been selling MX-5s for 25 years. I've probably had 1,500 cars through my hands. This is the best one I've ever driven, which is why I've kept it so long. Unfortunately, I now need to sell it, very reluctantly, but there you go. I've used this for sprints and hill climbs over the years as well. It's been reasonably competitive, limited by my driving rather than what the car can do, but I've won, you know, won my class a couple of times and a few other minor trophies, which is quite nice. The big problem, because there's always a problem with these cars, they're all old at the end of the day. The big problem with this car is the paintwork. If we stand back here and look at it, it looks brilliant, doesn't it? If you start getting close, the paintwork is not brilliant. There are more stone chips and, you know, bits like this. Don't know what happened there. You know, little bits of dings, and you can't even see it in this light, but odd scratches. There's bits of blisters here and chunks missing here and scratches on the bumper. The corner of that bumper has got a slightly different finish to the rest of the car. In fact, there are various places where you kind of look at the paint and think, what the heck happened there? I have no idea, but it's obviously been painted, repainted, scuffed, scratched, etc. over the years. Because I've been using it for hill climbs and sprints, I didn't really feel like I wanted to go and get the whole thing painted, because I'm just going to scrape it off a barrier if I'm not careful. As it turns out, I've never actually done that, but there you go. But really, it could do with a full paint. And Montego Blue, which this is, it's a pig of a colour. You can't just paint one part of it. You'd end up painting the lot. That's what it needs. However, it is solid. So decent wheel arches and sills. Sills were replaced just before I bought it by the MX-5 restorer. Brand new front wings fitted. It's solid everywhere, solid underneath. It's got Meister R suspension on it. We've got the funky lights and things. As I say, I'm trying not to bang on about the spec of the car, because we'll be here for the rest of the afternoon. Read the list, read the advert on my website. You'll get a feel for what I've spent on it. So yeah, let's have a little look at the things that are wrong. It is all paintwork related. It's just little things like some lack of business going on there. Don't know what's happening there. I could spend all day showing you this. I've already shown you that. These are brand new. Electric window mechanisms are brand new as well. The hard top, there's no soft top with it, by the way. The hard top, hard to tell in this light. It's a different colour to the rest of the car, different shade, very slightly. I'm feeling that door's probably a different shade to the rest of the car as well, actually. Paint there is very flat. It's obviously been aerosoled or something. Again, odd scratch, no rust. So we've got plenty of that, you know, scratch here, bit of something going on there. That's the sort of nonsense. That's what's wrong with it. In terms of everything else, it's fantastic. Mechanically, brilliant. I can drive this to a meeting on the other side of the country, you know, 150 miles, thrash the nuts off it all day long, and then drive it back home again. It's ultra reliable. I've been down, I've done the Harewood hill climb a couple of times in it, and again, 160 miles there, down the motorway, thrashed it up and down the hill climb all afternoon, driven home again at the end of the day. Never misses a beat. Ridiculously good on fuel as well, if you can resist the temptation to hammer it. I mean, I'm talking 40 plus the gallon. I don't know why it's so good, better than most of the X5s actually. Inside, horrible sunny day. Well, it's a lovely sunny day, but it's not good for videos and that sort of thing. Nice steering wheel, standard sort of leather gear knob. We've got Cobra Monaco Pro seats. There's a pair of them. Harness for the driver. There is a harness for the passenger somewhere in a box. We've got a funky little switch there, which actually gives you 2 power modes. It turns the power down to about 180 brake in one mode and then 227 in the other. Quite good for when it's raining. I mean, it's still got a decent stereo, sounds good. Funny little stubby aerial. Everything works. Aircon is long gone, that doesn't work. There's a boost gauge there. 99,000 miles. I think that's a combination of miles and kilometers. So I don't know how much it's actually done. Less than 99,000 miles anyway. Various stickers from scrutineer, and you get scrutineered every time I do an event, and it'll go over it fairly thoroughly. It's reasonably smart inside. I will try and show you engine bay. Hold on, let's have a look. Here we go. It's on gas struts, which helps no end. It's got standard RS-Ltd yellow brace, Maestro R suspension. We've got a Dave Fab washer tank, Moroso expansion tank here as well. Belts, cam belt, all that sort of thing have been done in the last sort of 2-3 years. What else can I tell you? That's it. Doesn't use any oil. And it just goes like the clappers. It's just a wonderful thing. I love it to bits, but time to go, unfortunately. It's got wide pack polycarbonate headlights on it as well. There's a Mazdaspeed lip spoiler. Obviously toe eyes painted in red on the front, and on the back there's a proper decent, rather than the daft strap things, I've got something like that on the back. So there you go. I mean, it's basically, I've used it for fun. It's as simple as that. If you want to go out on a decent windy road and give it a good blast, this is as much fun as you can get. I get to drive all sorts of Porsches and Aston Martins and Ferraris and all sorts. This is more fun than nearly all of them, and probably quicker than most on a road like this, in particularly up narrow road. It's just out and out fun. It's kind of Lotus performance, but sort of MX-5 maintenance cost, which is quite nice. I could do with selling it. I'm not desperate to sell it, and I won't lose any sleep if I don't sell it. So if I get the price I want, that's brilliant. If I don't, I'll carry it. I'll keep it for a bit longer. So there you go. That's my Mazda Eunos RS-Ltd. You best read the advert, have a look at all the photographs, have a look at the spec list. I'm happy to talk to anybody who wants to talk rubbish about cars. I'm your man. Just give me a call. Thanks for watching.